right down there. And this is the Corner Booth. It is the online version of your favorite late night eatery at Bar Rush in the Corner Booth with all of your friends. We talk about anything and everything except drama and politics. We don't do those. It's not how we roll. And well, tonight we're talking about Ozzy. And we're talking about Malcolm Jamal Warner. It always happens in threes, guys. Who's next? I'm not taking any bets. But a friend of mine today said that when the earth, when all the humans are gone, when civilization has finally gone kaput, when we bomb each other into oblivion, the only creatures left walking on the skin of this flying mud ball are going to be Keith Richards and cockroaches. Cockroaches. I said cockroaches. That's not right. Keith Richards and cockroaches. That's what we're going to have left. And the fact that Keith, our dear Keith, has managed to outlive Ozzy, well, I was going to say that I was surprised by it, but now that I've thought about it a lot, I'm really not surprised by it. And I know that Ozzy's been living on borrowed time. He knew that he was living on borrowed time. Late stage Parkinson's is awful. So they had that Back to the Beginning show. I think it was just in time. And I think there might be, hello, Sergeant Fanny. I think there might have been a little bit of planned euthanasia involved. And honestly, can't blame him. Can't blame him. I wouldn't want to go on like that. He got to say his farewell to musicians, to his fans, legions of fans. My Twitter feed has been so much Ozzy today. And even though I was never a huge fan, I still recognize what an icon he was. And I know that his family has to be going through so many emotions right now. And I would never consider it my job to reach out to his family. I would never presume to do something. And they did ask that their privacy be respected at this time. Hello, shut up, Matt. But if I could speak to Sharon or any of the kids, I would say that relief is an acceptable feeling to have. It really is. Y'all have been dealing with so much for so long. Relief is absolutely 100% acceptable. And you're allowed to feel that. And I hope that you do. And I hope that you don't guilt yourself for it. But I know they're all feeling a million different kinds of way about what they're going through today. The mystery is how his children grew up to be well-adjusted and functional. I mean, do we know that they are? I have no idea. I don't know what any of the kids, because there was at least one Osborne child I believe it was a daughter, that wanted nothing to do with being in the reality show. But I think her name is Amy. Hey, Puka Vista, good to see you. But I don't know if Amy is well adjusted and functional. I don't know if Kelly is. I don't know if Jack is. I have no idea. Didn't Ozzy qualify as a miracle since doctors didn't know how he was alive? I heard something about him being useful for research. That's very possible. That's very possible. I don't know how he managed to stay alive as long as he did, other than sheer bloody mindedness, I think. But he's, I mean, Ozzy and Keith Richards, man. Who knows about Keith Richards? Who the fuck knows about Keith Richards? Shut Up Mads, as I read Sharon's biography of Ozzy, it's eye-opening. Oh, I bet it is. I bet it is. And Sharon doesn't pull punches, literally and figuratively. Like, we have seen her throw hands to defend her husband. She got sued over it. But she would also let him have it as well. So I imagine that it was very eye-opening. She says, trying to get something out of her eye. I might consider reading that. Keith Richards feels the quickening. Poor Keith, man. All eyes are going to be on him. And again, it happens in threes. We had Malcolm Jamal Warner yesterday, who drowned. And we lost Ozzy today. I'm feeling a little bit of dread to find out who's next. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say about it. Like I said, I'm not here to make bets. I'm not here to gin up some sort of death pool anything. I don't even really understand what the over under means, the term over under. So, this ain't Vegas. But it happens in threes. We've seen it before. We'll see it again. But yeah, that's what we got. If anybody has any Ozzy stories, you're welcome to share them. About, if he meant a lot to you, if you saw him live, anything like that. I'm happy to read them out. I'd be pleased to share them. If you feel like sharing, or if you feel really upset about the passing of Malcolm Jamal Warner, who was a part of a lot of our childhoods, because we grew up watching The Cosby Show before we knew what a gross piece of crap Bill Cosby was. We grew up watching The Cosby Show. Malcolm Jamal Warner was a huge part of that. Lisa Bonet was a huge part of that. Little Raven Simone, Keisha. I don't remember Keisha's last name, but I mean, it was all part of that. And he was huge in my growing up days. Ooh, Puka Vista, my stepsister's funeral is today. So yeah, a lot of death. Yeah, a lot of it. I'm sorry, by the way. I have empathy for your loss. And I'm sorry that you're dealing with that. Grieve however way you want to. And if you happen to be at the funeral and something mortifying happens, like you can't stop giggling, know that that's actually really normal and totally a part of grief as well. You're okay. Keisha Knight Pulliam, yes. Yes, Keisha Knight Pulliam. Thank you, Puka Vista. But yeah, Zena Marlene to your stepsister, and to Ozzy, and to Malcolm Jamal Warner. A lot of people are feeling pretty crappy today, and I get it. I get it, and it sucks because grief is a bitch, and it is complicated, and it's so much all at once, and it can go on for a really long time. Lisa Bonet went on to be in Angel Heart opposite Mickey Rourke. Yes, she did. Then have babies with Jason Momoa. But before she was having babies with Jason Momoa, she was married to Lenny Kravitz. And she's still gorgeous. So, you know what? I'm glad she landed her Jason Momoa. Good for her. And I'm glad that she landed her Lenny Kravitz before that. Because they are both fine-looking human beings as well. And I'm hoping that they are fine acting human beings. I hope they are. Because wasn't Lisa Bonet also? No, that was somebody else. I'm sorry. That was Robin Givens that was with Mike Tyson. I'm sorry. I got my black actresses mixed up and I apologize. But that was Robin Givens. I hope that Lenny Kravitz was a good man to her, and I hope that Jason Momoa remains a good man to her. And she can have 30-11 kids with whoever she wants to. I don't care. Her life, man. But I think she's gorgeous. I think she's still absolutely stunning. But yeah, it's kind of a heavy day. And because I took yesterday completely off of Twitter, and I'm still calling it that, and I don't care who chooses to call it by the new name that Elongated Muskrat gave it. I'm calling it Twitter or the Bird app, and I don't really care. Because it's still real to me, damn it. Yeah, it will remain Twitter for the rest of eternity in my brain. Because I took yesterday off, I didn't hear about Malcolm Jamal Warner. But today I was back on it. Really hard back on it. Most of the day back on it. But I did finish Mothered, and I did start on the other one from Mira Grant, so I still did get some reading in last night. Hello, Diane Phelan Muller, and thank you for giving those ones, and I'm going to throw some in there too for anybody who's needing them. Anybody who's needing some thoughts, some prayers, some positive energy, some good wishes, some anything, y'all have it. Hey, Kimberly Gabble. Dawn, good to see you. Yeah. Anybody who's needing them, you got them. You got them, because today's a rough one. Today's a rough one, and it's going to be definitely going to be a rough one for Puka Vista tomorrow. And I'm sorry for that. That sucks. Grief is love with nowhere to go. I like that. Shut up, Matt. I like that a lot. Somebody asked on Twitter today what celebrity death hit me the hardest. And I instinctively reacted by saying Shel Silverstein. But it was also Tony Bourdain. Those two are my tops. I never met Shel Silverstein. I did get to meet Tony Bourdain. And I miss him terribly. I miss both of their voices terribly. Hey, sunshines. Good to see ya. Yeah, I miss both of them terribly. I miss their voices. I miss their perspective. I'm afraid that if Bourdain saw the state of the world right now, he would probably do the same thing all over again. Unfortunately, because the state of the world right now is pretty jacked up. Pretty jacked up. The bestie works in a... Ooh, Robin Williams is a good one. Yep. And Robin Williams would have been 75 today. His son, Zach, posts on Twitter sometimes. And he posted today with a nice photo of his father. And it was very sweet. It was very sweet. Clearly, he idolized his father, as a lot of people. What just happened? Pub groomer. Hey, lady. It's good to see you. And thank you for gifting memberships. I love that. Thank you so much. How you doing, Jen? Fred Rogers, Anthony Bourdain, Freddie Mercury. PAG NYC says Phil Hartman. Okay. I'm saying Zena Marlene to Jen. Cheers to you, babe. Thank you so much. Thank you for your generosity. But yeah, I think it's, David Bowie. Yep. Carl Sagan, Steve Irwin. Steve Irwin, I love that his legacy lives on through his kids. I love that Bindi and his son, whose name I cannot remember, are still working at the zoo and still fighting for animal conservation and all sorts of stuff like that. I am really pleased to hear that. And I'm also really pleased that they didn't decide to take up full-time TV, putting their fingers up the bums of random animals and trying to piss them off on purpose. Oh, shut up, Matt. I'm on the prescription Cocotamol because I went flat on my back 4 days ago. Ow, 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 ow. And the pain built to calling off work yesterday. Yes. Yes. Wow. I'm sorry, shut up, Matt. That's terrible. And thank you for all the hearts, Jen. You're the bestest. Oh, Betty White. National treasure, that one. I would say that Jon Stewart is also a national treasure, and I'm going to be absolutely gutted when he goes. Zena Marlene, to you. Jen. Pup Groomer 20. Muscle spasm when cough, sneeze, breathe, or shift my weight. Yep, been there. Been there. You know what's fun? Having a muscle spasm all along the back of one side of your rib cage as you're trying to wash some dishes. That's a good time. Or cook a meal. Been there. That sucks. Yeah, Betty White, absolute treasure. And I can only hope that she's being consulted on the third of this next triumvirate to pass. Because Either she or Bourdain, actually, because I think they would both come up with some really good choices. But yeah, I was never a huge Ozzy fan, but I have always appreciated who he is, and what an icon he was, and how he inspired so many people. Antics of a mama squirrel. Look at you. Hi there. Did Jen set up a room raid? Did you do that, Ms. Pup Grimmer? Sounds just like you. I did appreciate what an icon he was, and what an inspiration he was to so many people, so many, not just musicians, but just other random people in the world. When he was targeted by the PMRC, this is some straight up 80s lore. When he was targeted by the PMRC for suicide solution, they weren't paying attention to the fact that what he was saying is that it was not a solution. It was a room raid. I knew it. I knew it, you sneaky little pup groomer, you. And they weren't getting that because there was no subtlety to it, to any of their readings. They couldn't read nuance into anything. I have a sense that that song kept a lot of people alive, actually. Yep, Tipper Gore. That's right. Now, I'm not mad at Al Gore, but I still have some vengeance left in my heart for Tipper, because of that whole circus of nonsense that she decided to get up to. The Washington Wives, the PMRC, what a bunch of bullshit. It was just nonsense. And so now we have parental advisories on albums, and I had to sit down and have a long talk with my mom about it, because, you know, she raised some relatively smart kids. But you know what? I am going to listen to Metallica, and I am going to listen to Megadeth, and I'm not going to go out and do something awful. I also watch horror movies. It doesn't mean that I'm going to go out and become the next Jason Voorhees. It just means that I can listen to things, and I can listen to music that goes crunch, crunch, crunch. And that can be my catharsis. That can be, I can listen to punk rock and get some of my anger out that way. And I had to explain it to her again when she found a cassette tape by Ministry in my brother's room. But yeah, I think Tipper Gore and the rest of her evil little board cabal got riled up over a Prince song because the song, the word masturbating was in it. Well, I mean, okay. So? All I'm saying is I would have hated to have been her kids. I don't know. You know, Shut Up Matt said it's a wonder that the Osborne kids turned out functional and well-adjusted. I wonder how Tipper's kids turned out. Because like I said, I don't have a problem with Al. But I would like to have some words with Tipper. And I've wanted to have those words since the 80s, since I was a teenager. Because, man, oh man, what an uproar she caused. And some of it was clear, obvious misinterpretation. And I think it was misinterpretation on purpose. I think she was seeing what she wanted to see and wasn't going to allow anybody else to come at her with any kind of logic. So you're worried about the lyrics that we're listening to, but that was also during the time where we had the Morton Downey Jr. show. I mean, okay. I guess because it was on later at night that it was not a part of her warpath. Or maybe because it was a TV show and TV people are fine. It's just the music people. Because Prince said a naughty word. I gotta tell you, Darling Nikki is one of the tamer songs on that album. I'm just saying. Talk to me about Let's Pretend We're Married, or DMSR, or Lady Cab Driver. But you're going to go after Darling Nikki? Okay. In the 80s, the Venn diagram of people who played Dungeons and Dragons and those who wore metal band t-shirts is almost a circle. Almost a circle, because I was wearing Duran Duran t-shirts. I don't think I even had any metal t-shirts at the time. Somewhere I own a Danzig t-shirt, and somewhere I have a Dead Kennedys shirt. But Dead Kennedys are more punk rock. I don't know what Danzig qualifies as. Are they technically heavy metal? I don't even know. What does Danzig qualify as? I remember having the anti-PMRC side in debate class. I love Prince. Yeah. And like, even if he's not to your taste musically, you cannot deny the skill level at which the man operated. You don't have to listen to him. I don't care. But the skill level, the musical mastery that he had, he could play just about any instrument you handed him. He said, I think once, that the only instrument he never learned to play was the tuba, because he didn't like how it sounded. And I think that's fair. But musically, you couldn't fuck with the guy. He had a wide range of talent, and although I have to admit, I did laugh when George Michael in the magazine Smash Hits said in an interview that to him, Prince looked like a midget who had been dipped in a vat of pubic hair. I did laugh. I did laugh at that. And I'm not going to apologize for it. Just not going to. Because I thought that shit was funny. Although I do still admire the man. My mom loves Prince. Loves him. Oh, you've not let me down. Shut up, Matt. You've taken a spill. You're on the injured list. Stop it. But we are going to sing the song. We are going to sing about night meds. Time for night meds. They can help your physiology. Night meds. Take your night meds. It's a modern pharmacology. Wow, I just swapped those. Hoi hoi, 7th. Take them well before you go to sleep. They work while you're busy counting sheep. When you take your night meds, it's a happy, healthy snooze time, a snory snooze time. You'll have a sleepy time. Night meds. Remember to sip first so that things don't stick. Ooh, you saw Purple Rain at the drive-in. Nice. Yeah, definitely peak 80s there. Sip first so that things don't stick with your night meds, please. I haven't seen our Bilfy Pants in here tonight. I don't know where he is. But I hope he's doing well. I know he went live a little bit later after I ended my show. And, you know, we afford each other a little professional courtesy here and there. Just to, you know, make sure to not cross the streams. I know that I go on sometimes before Pup Groomer is done with her show. But I try to let her get at least an hour in before I go live, because I don't want to take away from her audience at all. I love that she has an audience. I love that she's doing these craft and chat things. Hey, Tamber June. Yep. You're not the only one. We've spent the last half hour talking about Ozzy and Malcolm Jamal Warner and the PMRC and more Ozzy and now Prince. And yeah, so it's been a day. If you haven't subscribed to Pup Groomer, by the way, please do. I'll put her. There's her channel in the chat. Please go and subscribe to her if you haven't subscribed already. I don't understand why she doesn't have just a crap ton of subscribers. She's so engaging and she's so talented. The 80s, when USA got upset at D&D because Satanic Panic and UK was worried about the lead in the miniatures, right? Exactly. Can't believe I screwed up my own Night Meds song. Wow. My brain was actually buffering in real time right there. Wow. You know, you're getting old when your idols start to die. Oh, honey. 7th. Yeah, I hear that. But that happened for me when I was in my 20s and 30s. You know, when we lost Mark Sandman from morphine, when we lost Shel Silverstein. Those two hit me really freaking hard. I had to kind of toughen up after that. Hey, Susie. Yeah, so I mean it's been a kind of a challenging day as far as it goes. And I don't like it. And I kind of live in I'm having a little bit of dread right now to try and before I find out who's next. You know? And I'm also trying to just decipher a couple of the different icons along the top row of my laptop. I think I know what most of them mean, but Sunshine says, my husband plays D&D. He is evil. Okay, fair enough. Those two things can be mutually exclusive. Correlation does not equal causation. or whatever. You know what I mean? Just because he plays D&D doesn't necessarily mean that that is what made him evil, or the other way around. Could be anything. Could be anything. Could have been born that way. Evil be evil, no matter what. He could be playing Chutes and Ladders or Candyland and still be evil. So anything's possible. Hey, Janet, good to see ya. Good to see ya. How you doing? Oh, your 26-year-old daughter adores Ozzy. Yeah, I'm sure then that this was a rough day for her as well. I really think the timing on that farewell show was almost a little too perfect, almost a little uncanny. My son is already into drugs, so he ain't interested. But the grandkids, oh, is Sunshine's is your husband teaching the grandkids D&D? Has he gotten them their own sets of dice for Christmas? Sets of die? I'm not sure exactly how that goes. But yeah, I bet it was a rough one for your daughter, Janet. I bet it was. It's been a rough one for a lot of people today. And I see her and I see her grief. They have dice. Nice. How old are the grandkids? If you don't mind my asking. None of my business, I know, but basically, if you can play Yahtzee, you can play D&D. More math involved in Yahtzee, a little less reading involved in Yahtzee. They have many die. Thank you. Yes. 3 and 6. Wow. Yeah, you can start teaching them pretty early. And that's kind of amazing. I think I was affected by my father's death, and I feel with Ozzy, but more likely it has to do with the first death since the passing of my life. I'm thinking that you might have been hit by a character limit there, so I'm thinking there's probably more coming. Thank you, Mariana, and God morning to you. Yeah, it feels a little uncanny to me. Like maybe the date of his passing was planned for just enough time after that event, because they did raise just a shit pile of money for children's hospitals and for Parkinson's research. And I know that he would have wanted to stick around with that. Ah, you were having a stroke. Ah, okay. Seek help if you need to. Or if you were just fat fingering and your fingers spazzed out. God knows that happens to me so many times. Maybe he just decided that he had done all that he wanted. That's very possible. And I think that this last show... Oh, okay. I don't think I was affected by my father's death. And I was with Ozzy, but the reason why I'm probably feeling things so strongly is it's the first day I've experienced is the passing of my wife. Okay. Yep. That makes sense. My husband has been printing 20-sided die on the 3D printer thingy. Yep. Yes, I think so too, Janet. I think that Ozzy, yes. Yeah, 190 million is what they raised for children's hospitals and Parkinson's research. And I think that's amazing. I'm pretty sure Ozzy chose to leave on his own terms with medical assisted dying. Yes, I think that's probably the case. I knew that he didn't want to miss this show. And it was a beautiful thing for everybody involved that he was there. But I feel in my bones that this was planned. I think it was scheduled. And you know what? Good for him. I think that people should have a say. Good evening, Jilbo. Did you see, Jilbo, how good you look in green? You received a gift membership. Oh, that's why he went to Switzerland? That makes sense. That makes sense. Timbre June, I'm hoping to be able to have that choice when it's my time. Absolutely. I'm sorry you're having an allergic reaction, though. That sucks. Annoying. Hopefully it's not anaphylaxis. Call 911. Or just, eat some Benadryl. Only 2, though. No more than 2. The fact that they said that he passed peacefully, surrounded by his family and love, tells me a lot. Tells me a lot. Yep, that's the membership, Jilbo, came from Pup Groomer 20 earlier today. She threw out some horsey sauce packets. She sure did. Took meds and inhaler, got my EpiPens. Okay, good, Timbre June. I've only had my interior 3D printer removed. Shut up, Matt. But my friend's son actually makes all sorts of cool stuff on his 3D printer. And I'm sure that dice and little figures are one of them. I agree with you, Cricket. Canada legalized medical assisted dying. It's called MAID, medical assistance in dying. Yeah, that's all anyone really can hope for at the end. Okay, well, good luck, Timbre June. I hope that you get some rest. I'm sorry that you're dealing with it. Yep. Snuggled up with your inhaler and your EpiPens and used cortisone cream because it's worse today. All right, honey. Rest well. Did you see the Terry Pratchett documentary about assisted dying? I did not. He's another one that it's a goddamn shame. It's a goddamn shame when brilliant people have their brains turn against them. That's what I think about that. Minnesota just, I wish I could have been with my mom, but the nursing home wouldn't let us stay overnight. See, when you see somebody's on their way and they're disconnecting, you make exceptions. You have to know why the rules are there so that you know when to break them. And I feel like that's one of the times that you break the rules. I really do. Minnesota has just legalized terramation, which is allowing your body to biodegrade. Back into the earth you go. And that was just legalized in Minnesota. I had never even heard of it before. And I went, well, hot damn. That's pretty progressive. Yes, you should let family be there. Timbre June says, I watched several docs on assisted dying and it just solidified my choice even more. Yep. My childhood best friend's mother had early onset Alzheimer's. She wrote in her journal that she knew the darkness was coming. That just gutted me. Yeah, I bet it did. because Alzheimer's is no fucking joke. And unfortunately, it creeps up so that you know what's coming. You have your lucid moments. You are yourself until you're not. And then you come back and you have no idea what you've been doing during that time. It's terrifying. It's terrifying. And again, I think it's just so difficult knowing that your own brain is staging a mutiny against you. And I mean, I deal with that every day. I take medication for depression. I have massive amounts of anxiety. But staging that level of a rebellion, it's just not fair. Beethoven couldn't hear the music he had written toward the end of his life. Pratchett couldn't read his works toward the end. Yep. My bestie is going to be in a little garden. My bestie and I watched one of the docs together, and she chose what she wanted, and I chose what I wanted, and we were very glad we've had those conversations, and you should be. They're difficult conversations to have, but I'm really glad that you had them. Good for you. And I did just get a message from somebody who said that tonight is a difficult one for them, and that's okay. That's okay. Don't ever feel like you can't step out or that you have to justify anything to me about why you're not here in the chat, because that's never required. And sometimes we talk about difficult shit, and I get it. I get it. And if tonight's not for you, or you're not able to share, or you're just in here just kind of listening but still feeling really uncomfortable, that's okay. It's totally okay. And I would never, ever get mad at somebody for being honest with me about that. And never get mad at somebody who expressed to me, hey, you know what? I just can't. I can't. Tonight's not a good one for me. Good for you for taking care of yourself. You make yourself the priority, and that's the important bit. It really is. Oh, the Princess Chippin had 6 chips. Do we have photos of the chips? Have they hatched? I need to see the babbies, the little chiplets, the small fuzzies. We need photos, please, Tamber June, if they've hatched yet. I hope that they've hatched. The little beep, 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 beep. I love them. My mom died 2 years ago Saturday from a 10-year fight with Alzheimer's. I am still very angry that happened to her, and we need money for research. Yes. And yes. And I don't know. I mean, I know that money for research is certainly not going to be coming in the form of government grants. Because of the way that so many agencies have been shut down. And I'm not going to go off on a political rant because we don't do that here, but I am angry. I'm angry about it. But yes, we do need money for research, and you have every right to be angry that happened to her. Every single day of the world, you have that right, and you are entitled to hang on to that anger. You absolutely are. My fall was a result of my own stupidity, by the way. Okay. Hello, Eric Levitt. God damn, I was just going to say something and now I don't remember what it was. Oh, because, brains are fun, aren't they? Aren't they? They're just maddening sometimes. Yeah. Feeling a little derp. Derpity doo. Now, my phone just made a noise. And it wasn't a new email. Ooh, maybe it is a new email. Oh, it is. It is. Oh, it is. Chippins! BBs! Oh, you guys! One, two, three, four. Oh, look at the babies! Look at the little floofs. Look at them. Look how adorable they are. Good heavens. You feel like the Wicked Witch of the West? You're melting? Oh no, Mariana, I'm so sorry. I've been like that today too. The humidity is so bad. So bad. The humidity is bad when the bags under your eyes stick to the top of your cheeks. That's what today was like. You guys. Look at the babies. Look at the fuzzy babies. Oh, I can't stand it. They're so cute. Tamber June. Pick them up and hug them for me. All of them. All 6 of them. And the Mama Chippen as well, the Princess Chippen. You just snuggle all of those little fuzzy chips for me. Please. If you would be so kind. My dad and I are wondering if my mom had dementia or Alzheimer's. It was one of those, and both run in the fam. She was also on lithium for a while, and gabapentin, and experimental drugs. So, of course, you don't know what was what, because how are you supposed to know and tell it between the actual disease and the side effects of the disease and the side effects of the medication? Shortcut down a steep hill in shoes with no grip instead of going the long way around. Ooh, yeah, I know. You know what? I do shit like that too. I was actually using a paring knife today and no cutting board because I don't know who lets me be around sharp objects and thinks that that's a good idea. Because it's never a good idea. It's just not. I found out that scissors are sharp, especially on the pointy bit, because there is a pair of poultry shears in the kitchen that come apart into 2 pieces. And I picked them up off the stove to transfer them to the sink, but did not realize that they were apart. And so one of the blades dropped and went doink, doink on my foot. That was fun. That was a couple of weeks ago. Hey, Millie the Dandelion, good to see you. Let's see. How can we catch you up? Malcolm Jamal Warner passed yesterday. Ozzy Osbourne passed today. Shut Up Matt is on prescription cocodamol because he did something poorly advised and wound up flat on his back. And we're talking about all sorts of nastiness tonight. It's a rough one tonight. It's a difficult one. Let's see. Janet says, my dad had severe traumatic brain injury at age 55. When he was in his 80s, he suffered from dementia. The brain is complicated when multiple pathologies coexist. Yes, it is. The brain is complicated on the best of days. But then when you're dealing with multiple pathologies, then it gets even more crazy and bonkerdoodles. And that sucks. That sucks. I am really grateful that my stepdad only showed a couple of cognitive slips, just a few times before he passed, because I didn't want him to have to be dealing with that loss of self and dealing with stage 4 lung cancer at the same time. Tamara June says, they are too cute. They'll be able to run around the big yard without getting eaten. They're so nice and come to me when I go out there. We'll snuggle Princess Chippen and the Chips. Thank you. Thank you very much. Because I don't get to hug any chippens, but I really want to. I want to hug some chippens very poorly, very badly. I want to hug some chippens. Yeah, Millie, we're talking about death, devil, evil songs. Yeah, we're talking about a lot of stuff. We talked about the PMRC. It's been a rough one tonight, and some people have totally understandably and justifiably said, you know what? Yeah, I can't tonight. And that's okay. That's okay. In fact, I approve very strongly of setting that boundary and accepting that boundary and reinforcing that boundary and taking care of yourself. I approve of that so very hard. Tamara June, I magically made broken glass appear where there was none, and I didn't know till it was too late. Oh my God, not the feet. I'm so paranoid about that. Oh my God, I know. I was waiting for worse injury, quite frankly. Good morning, Dancing in the Rain. Good to see you. I was waiting for worse to happen, but thankfully it was just the point. It went straight down and went ding, ding, and made two little very superficial wounds, and it barely bled. But when the bestie got home from work that day, I'm like, so I found out that scissors are sharp today. She's like, what the fuck happened? I'm like, bro, let me tell you. It's hard when the research slows too. We get so far and now it's slowing so quickly. Oh, yes. Yes, it is. Like somebody built a brick wall in front of the research track. Eric says, I've been dealing with my AT&T internet for 30 minutes and it sucks right now on my laptop. I'm trying to fix it. Well, I wish you the best of luck, Eric. Daniel McClellan. Cricket, I want only the best for you and I wish you rainbows and unicorns. Well, thank you very much. I love that. And I love rainbows. And seeing as it's supposed to rain pretty much all day tomorrow, I appreciate that. Unicorns. It would be awesome to have one, but I don't know where I'd keep it. And what do you feed a unicorn? Do they eat things like normal horses eat? Do I have to catch other mythical beings or find mythical plants for them to eat? I imagine the shits are tremendous, but also sparkly, from what I understand. Maybe that's just the farts. Anyway, thank you, Daniel. Thank you so much. This situation needs a responsible adult. Who is it? Oh, it's me. Damn it. I know, right? I mean, there are many, many times where I will be like, I need an adult. Because I am not sometimes very good at being that adult. Oh, SGB DSR update. Ooh, from Tamra June, USC got my records and now I can make an appointment soon for a second opinion. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, I'm super excited about that. That's amazing. Congratulations. Congratulations. Maybe they can help me more, but I'm cautiously optimistic. Yes. And I am as well. I want to, I really want to push them for choo-choo. The problem is that I don't know that anybody in Duluth does them. I think the closest place that does them is Chicago. I don't even know if there's any place down here in the Twin Cities that does them. But I think that choo-choo would really benefit from them. I mean, fuck, I would. But choo-choo would really benefit from them. And well, nobody in Duluth seems to know fucking anything about them. And it's really frustrating. I've tried educating my doctor, so it's kind of on his radar. He even noted the book, The Invisible Machine, in my chart. But I don't know if he's actually taken the time to read it. So who knows? I don't know. But I'm going to watch my numbers tank again. Watch this. Okay, there's 29 in here right now that I see. Hey, everybody's watching. If you could do the YouTube-y things and like or dislike, whichever you choose, hit that notification bell, select all for all notifications. So, you know, anytime my random ass goes online, and make sure that you're still subscribed because YouTube be YouTubing. But also, if you have not subscribed yet, please consider doing so. We do have memberships here. I believe they're $2.99 a month. They might be $1.99 a month. I don't remember. For those of us without medical training, can you dig into those acronyms? Yes, SGB-DSR is a stellate ganglion block or a dual sympathetic reset. It's the shots in the neck that people keep talking about into the ganglion, the stellate ganglions on either side of the neck between, I think, the C2 and C4 or the C4 and C6. Anyway, it's targeted injections of basically like lidocaine, and they reset your nervous system. If you are stuck in fight or flight pretty much all the time, which a lot of people are, they'll do it at the U of M. Oh shit. Okay. All right. I'm gonna check that out then. And I will I'll mention it to Choo-Choo. But yes, they are. If you read the book The Invisible Machine by Jamie Mustard and Dr. Eugene Lipov, Lipov, fantastic book, tells you all about it and how this can be super helpful for everybody who has real challenges with their fight or flight. It's far though for just the shots. If you don't have a place to stay during the week, you're doing them. Oh, I do, and I'm sure that Choo-Choo will as well. But yes, that's what the acronyms are. They stand for stellate ganglion block / dual sympathetic reset. It basically resets your sympathetic nervous system. So it turns down all the noise that's in your head all the time. And if you have any kind of PTSI, it helps with TBIs, traumatic brain injuries. It helps with post-traumatic stress injury. It can help with hot flashes. It can help with all kinds of things. And yes, please document your journey when you do get it, Tamra June. That's amazing. That's fantastic. Anyway, what I was going to say is do all the YouTubey things. We have memberships here. Sometimes people fling out those memberships in gifts like horsey sauce packets from Arby's. And we also, it's between C4 and 6. Okay, that's what it was one of those two. I knew it was up there in the cervical spine, but I couldn't remember. Thank you for clarification. It's between the C4 and C6 vertebrae. So we accept your super chats. Bupivacaine. Interesting. Okay. Now I know. I'm going to have to look that one up because they don't mention really what they're using in the book. And so I'm going to research that. Because I want to know what it is. Anyway, yeah, we accept your super chats and your super stickers and your super thanks and all those things. We love our replay crew. And if you really like what we're doing here, hey, consider sharing the link to either the channel or a particular video. The algorithm, it tickles it in just the right little spots when you do that. And if you want to help out either the channel or a friend of the channel, or you want to help get anti-cult legislation passed in Australia, down below in the description box are all the ways that you can do that. Yep. We've got the link to the thing in Australia. We've got a number of different contact links to help out a friend of the channel. And then we've got my my Amazon wish list and the PayPal and the Venmo that Denver Steve-O made me get. There's all kinds of stuff there. So down there in the description box is all the way you find those fun hiccups. All the way you find those fun things. And I think we've been on for over an hour. It helps with dysautonomia. Okay. I have a question. Has anyone here tested electrical stimulation for the feet to fix swollen legs? No, I have not. But I'm just one of the anyone's here, Mariana. I'm going to put this on the screen. How is the cover going for the cookbook? You know what? She's probably finished it, and I'm a dipshit. But that's one of the things that I've been working on, is trying to get around to answering and looking at all of the emails, because she's also sent me like little emojis and badges and shit. So has anyone here? Oh, great. My battery is down to 15%. Yay! And the wireless charger is in the bestie's bedroom. So the phone's probably going to be dead when I wake up in the morning. That's awesome. I wonder if I have anything else in here that are eating up a lot of app space. Just checking to see what I've got going on. All right, that should make it a little bit better. But yeah, I have never tested electrical stimulation for the feet to fix swollen legs. The only thing I really know is compression socks and having your feet elevated above the level of your heart when you are able to be at rest. But I hadn't heard about anything else. Electrical stimulation. Hey, anybody also, if you're on the replay crew and you've heard of that or you've done anything about it, leave a comment. Please leave a comment, because holy crap. But yeah, I think I'm going to head on out of here. We've been going for over an hour. Tamber June says, Mariana, I have nerve pain and it made that part worse for me, but everyone is different and reacts differently. So trying it to see it will help might be a good idea. Okay. That's a really Fair response. I like it. All right, y'all. I'm going to head on out of here. There has been a brownie upstairs waiting for me. This is what happens when your bestie is a pastry chef. Baked goods appear. So there are baked goods, and I might have to eat one of them. So I'm going to head on out of here. But y'all, I will be back here tomorrow. Same bug time, same bug channel. And we're gonna rock some Wednesday night shenanigans. How do you feel about that? I think Wednesday night. Yes, Wednesday night shenanigans. It's gonna happen. I will be back here tomorrow. I love all y'all. Eric Levitt says I deal with leg, back, neck, and foot pain since April of last year. I'm having pain meds. It's helping. Yeah. And I deal with chronic all over body pain. And well, they won't give me any decent pain meds because the war on drugs is stupid. It can be a snake oil situation. Okay, Mariana, fair enough. Fair enough. Fuck that. Fuck anybody giving you crap for taking pain meds. Fuck a bunch of that. Like, all of it. And I am so sorry that you're dealing with that, Tamber June. Fuck all of that. That's nonsense. Nobody should be shaming anybody for taking meds if they need to take meds. If you have pain, you have fucking pain. Oh, I could get up on a soapbox about that. I'm going to take a few breaths and calm the fuck down. And end my show and let you know that I love y'all. And I will be back here tomorrow. I hope that you sleep well. You sleep sweet. You rest well. You stay safe. You have a fantastic whenever it is, wherever you are. And that you watch out for deer. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace to you.